So hello everyone, welcome to you all to the YouTube channel of Developers and Coders Club of NIT-A. Myself Amit Singh. I am a second year CSC undergraduate at NIT-A. So today we are going to discuss the problems from the Codechef starters round 70. So we are here we are going to solve the prime reversal problem, right? So let's move on the problem. Yeah. So let's read the problem statement first. So, what is the problem saying? You are given two binary strings A and B, each of length n, and you can perform the following operation on string A any number of times. You can select a prime number x and choose any substring of A having length x and reverse the substring. Determine whether you can make string A equals to B using any possible number of operations. And here they understand a substring is obtained by deleting some elements from the beginning or some elements from the end. So your task is to formulate B from A using these two operations, right? So let's understand first what is a substring, right? So I take a binary string here. I'm going to let's 1 0 0 1 0. So talking about the substring, substring is basically a part of string where we can delete from the front or from back, or we can't delete any character. So we can only restrict it. We can restrict it to delete from front or back. So let's imagine when we delete from front one. So the remaining string, this remaining string is a substring. And when we delete this also from front one and from back this also. So these two means 0 and 0 is also part of substring. So we can delete from front or back, right? So this how we form a substring. I think the substring item might be clear. Let's quickly erase this and mm, let's move on the problem. The problem is prime reversal, and we just have to convert a string A to B, right? So let's take I already taken few examples for you. Let's take the first example first. We have a string 101 1001 and another string B 011B, right? So we have to convert A to B. So think, can we convert A to B using those two operations? In those two operations means we can choose any prime number. Here I write prime numbers 2, 3, 5, 7, and we can reverse them. So can we convert A to B? Let's see. Here the number of ones in string A is number of ones in string A is 2 and number of ones in string B is 3. So we can using those two tasks we can only shift the positions of 1 and 0s. We can't insert a new one in this string. So can it is possible to make A to B? I think not, because both the ones for doing this we for doing this the number of ones and the number of zeros in both the strings should be same. If they are not, then we can't convert this A to B, right? Because we in the operations we can only shift the positions of 1 and 0. We can't insert any new 1 or 0 in. So in this case we just return no. So the first case is like we have to first check whether the number of ones and zeros in both the strings should be same. If not, we simply return no, right? So let's take another example in which both the number of ones in both the strings, both the numbers in one, both the numbers number of ones in both the strings should be same, and number of zeros is absolutely same because the length is same. So right, here we having 1 1 and we having 1 0 0. So let's see how we can formulate B from A. So let's take string A 0, right? So we have to form this. So we can restrict it to choose only substring of length or prime length, right? So we can choose 2. So let's see when we choose 2. So can we perform this task? So let's we have to shift this one to this position, right? Because in here, so here I shift this in the first case, so the string looks like in the after one of first operation like this. And when we choose these two in the second operation, because we can choose any number of operations, so in this case the string looks like after reversing this, the string looks like this. So here we can form string b easily after two operations when we choose a substring of length 2. So let's choose another length, substring of another length. When we take length of 3, right? So when we take substring of length 3, we can simply uh, reverse this part because we are using substring of length. So in this, I write the so yeah in when we choose the substring of length 3, we found string b in only one operation, right? So it's not easy to find whether you can convert a to b. So here we have to generalize this. uh, Generalize meaning we have to generalize in the matter that it is possible to convert a to b every time, or any restrictions in that. So let's see, because we have to choose only odd length, or we have to choose only prime length, right? So let's first let's first take indices, right? These are indices, means these are indices, and here some like 1 0 or 0 1 0. So you have to change these one's position and zero's position. So to generalize, we have to check whether we can move every one to any position, and every zero to any position, any other position, right? So let's take. So when we let's see, when we take the substring of length 2, so we are going to checking for this. So in this case, we can move this to in this manner, and in when in the next turn we can choose these two. So in this we have to move this like this, and in another when we choose these two of substring of length 2, we can move this to this, and in this case both are one. So the not changes because both are one. So when we choose these two, we can simply move this 0 to this. So here we found that we can shift the position of this one to any other position, right? And same goes with this. When we trying to uh, shift this one to here, we just take these two and reverse, and this formula like 1 0 and so on, and means we can easily shift this position of 1 to any other index. So here we easily we found that when we take the substring of length 2, we can easily move any one to any other position and every zero to any other position. So it's quite easy to say that we can convert a into b. We can convert a into b easily when we having the number of ones in both a and b are same, because here we see we can move every position of every position of a string element to any other position. So we can easily make every element shift in a manner that we can find a string. So here we find that we can convert a to b if we having both if we are having the number of ones in both the a and b are same, right? So let's quickly code it up. So going to the id, yeah. So in this case we have to choose first we have to declare the length of the string. So declare the length and take its input as, and we have to declare two strings here. So string a and b, right? We have been string a and b. So let's quickly input. A and then input string B. So uh, we have to count the number of ones in A. So for that I choose C, and I am using the STL function count, which counts the number of ones in A. So count A dot begin, A dot end, right? And here I pass 1 because we have to count number of ones in string A. So similarly I have to count in I store here ones in first, and this is ones in second, right? So I simply count number of ones in second string. So begin comma b dot end, and we have to pass 1 here, right? So when we count number of ones in A and B, we just check if ones in both are same, then we have to just simply output yes, because we derive that when we having both number of ones and zeros in both the strings are same, then we can say we can easily convert A to B. And here I can't count the number of zeros because we know both having the length n. So the if the number of ones are same, then it's obvious that number of zeros should also be same, right? So, and if not, then we have simply output no. It's a quite simple code for this problem, but the only thing is to observe that whether we can convert A to B using using choosing the odd prime number length substring, right? So I think I write. So let's run the test cases first. So yeah, the test cases will be passed. Let's quickly submit it. Whether it's yeah, I'm going to submit it. I hope this should be work fine. Let's see. Running on test cases third. So yeah, it's giving correct answer. So yeah, I hope this question should be clear to you all, and thank you.